Mr. Speaker, this evening I rise to join my esteemed colleagues on this side of the House to add my contribution to Budget 2024. Mr. Speaker, 2024 budget theme, staying the course, building prosperity for all, underscores the PPPC government's dedication to continuity, sustainable growth, economic stability, responsible fiscal policies, and strategic investments for inclusive societal well-being. It emphasizes prudent financial management to foster innovation and ensure equitable prosperity, serving as a guiding principle for a robust future in Guyana. Mr. Speaker, speakers before me on the opposition side criticized the budget, the 2024 budget, particularly the assistance given to the old age pensioners. But Mr. Speaker, lest the opposition members forgot that it was in their own budget of 2018, published by Guyana Times, dated November 29, 2017, captioned, "Betraying Our Pensioners Again." And I quote, "The budget is titled, Continuing the Journey to the Good Life." And I continue, "The old age pensioners," that's the old age pension, "increase of $500, 500 Guyana dollars, Mr. Speaker, per month is simply disrespectful. It is particularly disrespectful in the context that APNUAFC had promised that were it given a chance to govern, it would immediately double the old age pension." End of quote. Mr. Speaker, and the opposition members have the gall and audacity to stand and criticize what the PPPC government is giving to our old age pensioners. They deserve, and they deserve more, and they will be getting more. Not like your $500. I don't know where you should bury your head. Mr. Speaker, the APNUFC did little to no Amerindian titling. From 2020 to 2023, the People's Progressive Party Civic delivered and issued 8 absolute grants and 8 demarcations, totaling to 16.48% the Amerindian now owns in Guyana. That's the landmass. Mr. Speaker, $10.7 million was left by the People's Progressive Party Civic in 2015 for the continuation of the Amerindian land titling. But guess what the APNUFC did? They closed the Amerindian land titling unit and squandered the $10.7 million to their own use. And now they come here pretending to love the indigenous people of Guyana. I don't know where you should bury your head. Mr. Speaker, Guyana Newsroom published on May 30, 2018. Caption, "I have not been able to title any village. Minister Ali Koch." And this would substantiate this, Mr. Speaker. Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Sidney Ali Koch has admitted that in 3 years his ministry has not issued any title to Amerindian communities. Something is definitely wrong with that, because you promised and you did not deliver. The coalition did not deliver on its promise. They have failed in their 100 day. That is the problem. Mr. Speaker, to that, in this August Assembly, the coalition member, a coalition member called out the Amerindians of being avaricious or greedy, how much more lands they need. And on to this day, Mr. Speaker, no apology was given from the coalition to the Amerindian people, and we will not forget that. Mr. Speaker, the APNU-AFC discontinued the Because We Care cash grant that give parents, especially in the Amerindian areas, financial boost. You took that away from the children of Guyana. But, Mr. Speaker, the People's Progressive Party Civic has restored that, respecting every child in Guyana by paying the cash grant for 2024 to a sum of $45,000. Mr. Speaker, the APNUFC parked the solar systems electrification project. 6,000 solar panel units were left, and what you did with the 6,000 solar panel units? You did not serve the Amerindian people. You parked it and used what belonged to the Amerindian people. Today, Mr. Speaker, 280 plus Amerindian villages, inclusive of riverine communities, received their solar panels. Mr. Speaker, the People's Progressive Party Civic is a testament to the people of Guyana and the Amerindians that we are in government to serve and deliver. The APNU-AFC disposed the LCDS program, which was aimed at supporting hinterland communities, and placed it with a Green State Development Strategy that brought absolutely no benefit to the Amerindian people. Mr. Speaker, in 2023, $4.7 billion was allotted to the Amerindian communities across Guyana. 243 Amerindian communities benefited and will continue to benefit under the People's Progressive Party Civic. The APNUFC, no secondary school in the hinterland communities to further universal access to education. Not one secondary school you built in 5 years. Yet now you come to love the school children. What happened before in Region 9? You only had one school, and it was a community high school. The PPPC built that school, and it's now a grade A school in St. Ignatius. The PPPC constructed all the secondary schools across Region 9, Ishalton Secondary, Sand Creek Secondary, and we have coming on stream, we have Karasabai, which will open in this year. We have North, a secondary school in North Rupununi. And not secondary schools alone, Mr. Speaker, with dormitories for our children. Mr. Speaker, the APNUFC did nothing, absolutely nothing to amend the Amerindian Act for the further benefit of the Amerindian people, despite, Mr. Speaker, budget after budget from 2015, allocations were made available to undertake this, but the APNU-AFC did absolutely nothing in this regard. But however, Mr. Speaker, the People's Progressive Party civic government has taken it up, and we will fix it on behalf of our people. Mr. Speaker, the APNU-AFC neglected health infrastructure across the hinterland, and it's a fact. Under their tenure in government, when we visited the health centers, we could not have been afforded a Panadol. Not a Panadol, but we saw pharmaceuticals being purchased by the suitcase. Mr. Speaker, the APNU-AFC imposed hardship taxes on the Amerindian communities, and it's a fact. 240 plus taxes were imposed. The APNU, I can go on and hash everything, Mr. Speaker, but I will have to say it another time. But, Mr. Speaker, the APNU has dismally failed the people of Guyana during their tenure. Mr. Speaker, I now turn my attention to the geographic region that I represent, Region 9. Mr. Speaker, road infrastructure in Region 9 across all 5 sub-districts, roads, ingress, and main access were upgraded in 2023 to a tune of $1 billion. Mr. Speaker, hinterland maintenance, Mr. Speaker, on the education, the Because We Care cash grant, our children benefited in 2024. Sorry, Mr. Speaker, in 2023, $424 million was disbursed. In 2024, 630 million will be disbursed. Mr. Speaker, under the TVET program, Mr. Speaker, I can highlight the development that has taken place. Mr. Speaker, and I will give you a synopsis of this achievement on the TVET. Region 1, 265 persons benefited. Region 7, Region 8, Mr. Speaker, 113. Region 9, 190. Mr. Speaker, Region 1, 187, rather. Region 7, 265. Region 8, 113. Region 9, 190. Total, Mr. Speaker, 755 to a tune of $91 million. Mr. Speaker, is that not progress? Mr. Speaker, hinterland water. Under the 2023 program, a total of 36 wells were drilled in the hinterland. A total of $1.4 billion was invested. 7 wells were drilled in Region 1. 1 was drilled in Region 2, and that's Kapoy. Region 1, 4. 1 in Region 4, and that's in Silver Hill. 2 in Region 7, Kaikan and West Tibet. 5 in Region 8, including Kamana, Parmakotoy, and Madhya. 20 in Region 9, including Sand Creek, Rupanao, Kaikombe, Yakarinta, Shiriri, Katoka, Rokamota, Aishaltan, Awarwanawa, Riwa, Patarinao, Baitun, Katunarib, and Kwatata. For 2024, a minimum of 40 wells are planned to be completed with a budget of $1.5 billion. The plans for each region include the following: 20 wells to be completed in Region 1, in the villages of Santa Cruz, Warapoka, Cocorite, Barima, Carabo, and Hotokwai. 15 wells in Region 2, 3 in villages including Mashabo, St. Denis, Tapakuma Village, St. Monica, Friendship.
Honorable Member, before you continue to tell us about these wells, you'll need an extension.
Mr. Speaker, I ask that my colleague be given 5 minutes to complete his presentation.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Member, you have 5 more minutes to conclude.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the hinterland coverage has grown from 2020 with around 45% of the population in the hinterland with access to water to 75% at the end of 2022 and 83% at the end of 2023. It is targeted to achieve a maximum of 93% by the end of 2024 and 100% by the end of 2025. Mr. Speaker, Budget 2024 serves as a roadmap for a prosperous future for all Guyanese. Under the People's Progressive Party civic government's vision and leadership, strategic plans have been implemented to attract private investment, enhance infrastructure and social services, and create ample opportunities for all Guyanese. The focus on job creation and personal growth has contributed to a comfortable and improved quality of life for citizens across the nation. Mr. Speaker, the People's Progressive Party civic fiscal priorities are clear: empowering Amerindian communities through targeted development programs. Allocations are data-backed, aligning seamlessly with overarching economic strategies. Mr. Speaker, this budget underscores our commitment to strengthening the Amerindian land tenure, promoting sustainable village economies, and upgrading essential infrastructure in the Amerindian regions. Mr. Speaker, as we present this vision for financial stability, it represents a collective effort towards building resilient communities. We affirm our commitment to fiscal responsibility, emphasizing that this budget not only allocates funds, but invests in the dreams and aspirations of Guyana's people, fostering a future of prosperity for all. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, Budget 2024 prioritizes the needs and well-being of the people, with a strong focus on improving citizens' lives, emphasizing welfare and aiming for inclusive growth. It adopts a people-centric approach tailored to address concerns and aspirations. The budget aligns the citizens' needs, putting them first, centered around individuals. It enhances overall societal welfare through social initiatives, reflecting a people-driven agenda and fostering inclusive development. With this, Mr. Speaker, I commend 2024 budget for passage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable